Good afternoon, colleagues. As we've announced, after the meeting, President of the Republic of Croatia, Zoran Milanović, will make his statement, as well as General Secretary of NATO, Mr. Jens Stoltenberg. There will be no questions. Thank you. Good afternoon. Another warm welcome to Jens Stoltenberg. We haven't seen each other since 2015 in Dubrovnik. There are some similarities, because this is the first time for me, as the President of the Republic of Croatia, to host such a high guest in our building at the President's office. And this guest is Secretary General of Stoltenberg. My diplomatic career started in 1996 in the NATO. It was a brief career, but I enjoyed that short time. A lot of time has passed since. Croatia is a member of the NATO. It takes part in NATO missions in Afghanistan for 13 years now. This mission is based on the UN Security Council resolution, which means that legally it is clean, unlike other missions in which Croatia was expected to take part in, but we were not part of it. Iraq is such an example. So we talked about Croatia's engagement and generally about the situation in Croatia, in the region, in Syria. We talked about the problem of migrants, but primarily we talked about the presence, work of Croatian troops in Afghanistan, in Poland, Lithuania, as a part of the forward presence Croatian troops in the mission. When it comes to the mission in Afghanistan, and in the light of the recent agreements concluded between the United States and the Taliban, Croatia will observe what happens, and slowly but surely it will withdraw from the mission. Of course, not overnight, because as you were able to see, one of the first decisions I've signed as a president is a decision of another full mandate and semi-annual presence of Croatian troops in Afghanistan. In the meantime, we will make plans to reduce this presence and to phase it out, but not overnight. This is the direction we will take. Thank you.
Dobar dan, and President Zoran Milanović, it's great to be back in Zagreb and to meet you again. I remember very well when we met last time in Dubrovnik, and it's great to be back here and to be able to continue to work with you. And let me start by congratulating you on your recent election as President of Croatia. Croatia is a committed ally, a highly valued NATO ally, and you contribute to our shared security in many different ways. You contribute to NATO missions and operations, including the NATO presence in Lithuania and Poland. You contribute to our fight against terrorism through deployment of Croatian troops in our training mission in Afghanistan and also our training mission in Iraq. And you also help to support regional stability through your presence in the NATO mission in Kosovo. I also welcome the fact that Croatia is increasing investments in defense, and that we have a clear commitment to meet the guideline of spending 2% of GDP on defense. We all welcome the agreement that was signed in Kabul on Saturday. This is a first important step towards peace in Afghanistan. But we know that the road towards peace will be hard and difficult. And the best way for us to support the peace process is to remain committed to Afghanistan with training and with funding. It is in our own interest that Afghanistan never again becomes a safe haven for international terrorists. We went into Afghanistan together after the attacks on the United States 9/11. We will make decisions on adjusting our presence together, and when the time is right, when the conditions are met, then we will also eventually leave together. Mr. President, let me also congratulate you on the presidency of Croatia of the Council of the European Union. We welcome the fact that NATO and the European Union are working ever more closely together. We face many different challenges, and it is important that we address them together as NATO and as the European Union. We also welcome the fact that Croatia has been a strong supporter of NATO's open door policy, and soon, within weeks, North Macedonia will become NATO's 30th member, showing that NATO's door remains open. I would also like to thank Croatia for the fact that you have played a key role in addressing the challenges we face in the Western Balkans, and we count on your continued support. As part of NATO, Croatia will never stand alone. NATO makes up half of the world's military might and half of the world's economic might. So as long as we stand together, we will all be safe. And together we will continue to protect and defend our people and the right to live their lives they want in peace. Once again, thank you. It's great to see you again.